chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup with some salt on the side, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup with some salt on the side. Let it rain, clear it out. Now let it rain, now clear it out. Let's get it, 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 let's get it. Chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup with some salt on the side. Chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup with some salt on the side. Now let it rain, clear it out. Now let it rain, now clear it out. Let's get it, 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 let's get it. Chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup with some salt on the side. Chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup with some salt on the side. Now let it rain, clear it out. Now let it rain, now clear it out. Let's get it, 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 let's get it. Hello, welcome back to another video. Got some breaking news here. If you have Campbell's chicken noodle soup, get rid of it. Don't eat it. It's not good for you whatsoever. Whenever I used to be sick as a kid, I used to eat Campbell's chicken noodle soup all the time, and it would make me feel better. Even the broth. I like drinking the broth. But I heard some news, and it's not good for Campbell's. Turns out Campbell's chicken noodle soup is not good for anybody, and it only makes you more sick. Now, that's according to me, and that's not according to anybody else. But once you watch this video and see the news footage, you're too going to be like, yeah, it probably is not good for you. And I'm never going to buy Campbell's chicken noodle soup ever again in my entire life. And I actually have some Campbell's chicken noodle soup with me. I actually have a lot in my cupboard right here. Look, let me show you. Look. There's some right here. There's some right here. I even got the cream of chicken. I don't know if the cream of chicken is bad. I think the cream of chicken is okay. I think it's just the chicken noodle soup. So, look. I got one too big can. I even got their tomato sauce. But it leaves the question, right? If this is bad, then what about their other products? And you're probably wondering what I'm talking about, and I'm getting ready to show you. And we're going to watch this news footage clip right here to explain what is going on and what exactly am I talking about. I'm going to be getting rid of those cans. Absolutely don't want nothing to do with them anymore. I'm going to end up throwing those out. But here is what is going on. Here is the news footage of what is going on. It's better for me to show you than try to explain to you what is happening right now. But if you have Campbell's chicken noodle soup, it's probably best that you throw it out. But here is go. And because of my zero editing skills, this is how I have to do it. So, yeah, what I'm going to do right here, bang. And we're going to watch this news clip right here together. And I'm going to pause it and talk about it. So, I'm going to go ahead and hit play. Now, if you read the top right there, this is Campbell's Soup executive. The executive of Campbell's allegedly made, I don't know what that word is, claims about products and recording. Now, mind you, this is the executive for Campbell's. So, obviously, he knows what is going on. Right? He's not a dummy. He's the executive of the company. So, obviously, he would know how they make this. Right? But we're going to watch this entire thing. I'm going to pause and give my 2 cents. And this is why I'm never going to buy Campbell's, because I believe them. As you can see right there, Campbell's Soup executive allegedly made whatever products in a recorded conversation, or a conversation that he did not know that was recorded. But yeah, I still believe him. And let's go ahead and roll it. This is what the executive of Campbell's is saying while he's being secretly recorded. We have blank that's for poor people. And when he says poor people, he's talking about people like you and me. Apparently he thinks we're poor people. Okay, I'll give him the credit of doubt. I am a poor person. Okay, I don't got a lot of money, all right? But just the fact that the executive is calling his customers poor people, that's a red flag right there on its own. But let's continue with the video. As soon as I hit play here, okay. There's my mouse. Let's go. Poor people who buy our stuff. So he's talking about the people who buy his food. And whenever I got sick, I always buy Campbell's chicken noodle soup. And as you guys just saw, I have some chicken noodle soup. But I tell you what, I ain't buying it no more as we go deeper into this news report. Because according to him, he don't even buy it himself. The executive. He don't even buy this stuff. And we will see why he doesn't even buy this stuff. It's unhealthy. That's what the executive of Campbell's saying. It is unhealthy. Now that I know what the beep is, what is in it? Is that what he's talking about? Let's see. And this is from ABC 7 News. So let's go ahead and check out what he's saying now. You can eat bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a blank piece of. So the meat inside Campbell's chicken noodle soup is bioengineered meat. Bioengineered meat. What exactly does that mean? Well, as soon as I hit the play button here, he's going to talk a little bit more further. But mind you, he called the customers poor people. Okay, maybe he means like poor people, not in sense of money, but like poor people that are actually eating this stuff. Okay, but we will roll it. Look at that, folks, right there. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. That is right. Breaking news. The meat inside Campbell's chicken noodle soup is made from a 3D printer. It's not real meat whatsoever. Can you believe that? When I first heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? The meat is it's 3D printer meat? I mean, how do you even print 3D meat? To me, when I heard that, my brain just kind of like scrambled around in my head of how the heck do you make 3D printed meat? I didn't even know that was even possible. Turns out it is possible, and that's what Campbell's doing. Executive meat. I mean, the executive saying that the meat is 3D printed. That is absolutely disgusting. How they 3D print meat, I don't know, but that is terrifying to me. I don't want to eat no 3D printed meat. No, thank you. Excuse me, ma'am. Please move on. Like, that is totally disgusting. Obviously, it's going to be unhealthy for you. Eating fake 3D print meat. And we'll get into the meat here in a second, because I'm going to open up one of these cans. But that is extremely alarming. A piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. You know, the little tiny piece of chicken that's inside the chicken noodle soup? That is utterly disgusting. And this is the executive of Campbell's saying this stuff. And now, of course, Campbell, they're denying it, but we will get there. Oh, you believe you me. But that's absolutely disgusting. No wonder he don't even buy it himself. Because it's nasty. But let's go ahead and roll with the rest of this footage here. As I hit play.
Chicken that came from a 3D printer? Campbell's.
A chicken that came from a 3D printer, folks. Oh my gosh, that's utterly nasty and disgusting.
Good. This morning.
No. Campbell's is no longer good to me whatsoever. That is meat that comes from a 3D printer. And obviously, he's the executive, so obviously he would know how they make their food. Being the executive, right? He would know. Obviously, he's an executive. So obviously, he would know how they make their food. So how can Campbell's deny this? Well, let's see what the company of Campbell's have to say about this secret recorded that was recorded by an employee that, surprise, surprise, as soon as he released it, what they do? They fired him. So let's go ahead and see what Campbell's have to say on this matter. Okay, press play.
Campbell Soup is denying claims about its...
They're denying it. Look at this. This morning, Campbell Soup is denying claims about it. So Campbell's is basically saying, our product is not made from a 3D printer. None whatsoever. That's not true. That's what Campbell's is saying now. Are you kidding me, Campbell? For real? You're going to sit there and lie to your customers? Why can't you just come out and say, yeah, it's 3D printed meat? And that's absolutely, it's not even real meat. But no, they're going up on the ladder saying, well, it's not true, he's a liar. Okay, our meat is not 3D printed. They're denying it. Okay, Campbell, okay. You think your customers are stupid, right? Okay, that's what Campbell thinks we are. They think we're stupid. I believe the executive. Surely he would know how Campbell's make their food. And now they're sitting there denying it? Okay, well, let's watch further. Okay.
Products allegedly made by an executive in a recorded conversation. The person in the recording is also heard belittling Campbell's customers during an expletive-filled rant.
We have that's for poor people. Who buys it?
That's for poor people. And that expected is SHIT. Who buys our SHIT? He's talking about the customers right there. He's talking about the product being, you know what, and the poor people who buy that product. I believe this executive over what Campbell Company is saying, but let's keep on rolling it here.
I don't buy Campbell's products, barely.
He don't even buy it. He doesn't buy any of their products. It makes you wonder, really, though, like if their product is it just more than the chicken noodle soup? Is it other products as well, other than just the chicken noodle soup? Like, what about their tomato soup? What about all those other products? Really makes you wonder and think, what else is inside their nasty food? And it's Thanksgiving coming up as well, so there's going to be a lot of people who be using it, but not this guy. I'm never eating that stuff again, but let's just keep on rolling and see what the company has to say for themselves.
It's unhealthy.
It's unhealthy.
Bioengineered meat.
It's unhealthy. Now that I know what is in it. You can eat bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a blank piece of chicken. Now he knows what's in it. And him being an executive, obviously he has access to the factories that actually make their cans of soup. And he don't want to eat a piece of chicken that's fake, and I don't either. I don't want to eat a 3D printed piece of meat. Not at all. That's disgusting. But yet, Campbell's, the company is denying it. Okay. We'll see what Campbell's have to say for themselves.
I don't want to eat a piece of chicken.
I don't want to eat a chicken that came from a 3D printer either. That's absolutely unhealthy and disgusting.
Came from a 3D printer?
The recording is allegedly from a conversation that's now part of a lawsuit filed by Robert Garza, a cyber...
Yeah, it's a lawsuit. They're getting a lawsuit by this, and rightfully so.
Security analyst for Campbell's, who claims he was fired.
Yeah, he was fired for recording this.
After reporting the alleged remarks, which he says also...
Yeah, why is he... Why are you firing him, Campbell's? Is it because he exposed your secret? Is that why he got fired? Doesn't seem right to me whatsoever. Your customers deserve to know the truth. And when I found this out, I'm no longer a customer there. I will never buy another can of chicken Campbell's. I'll never buy a Campbell's anything anymore after I heard this. Because I believe them. Obviously, why would the executive lie? And he didn't even know he was being recorded, so he was sharing his true feelings on the matter. And I believe the guy. I don't believe Campbell's company. This is ridiculous. Honestly, it is ridiculous.
Included racist comments about company employees. Garza claims Campbell executive Martin Bally made those comments after the two met to discuss Garza's salary. In a statement, Garza's...
Yeah. Okay, well, there you have it.
Attorney saying, this situation has been very hard on Robert. He thought Camp...
Yeah. The guy, he got fired. This is his attorney. This situation has been very hard on him.
Campbell's would be thankful that he reported Martin's behavior, but instead, he was abruptly fired. Campbell's responding, saying, if the comments...
This is Campbell's statement, official statement. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. If the comments were
in fact made, they are unacceptable.
If the comments were in fact made, think about that for a second. If the comments were in fact made, they were made. Campbell's, are you dumb? Are you stupid? The man literally said what he said. And they're saying, well, if he really said that, there's a recording of him actually said that. So yes, he actually said that, Campbell. Are you stupid? It makes me mad when companies play dumb. When they think that their customers are stupid. It really does make me mad. No, we're not the stupid ones. You're the stupid ones for trying to act like, did he actually say that? Oh, I don't know if he said that. Is that what he really said on the recording? Yes, that's what he really said on the recording. There's a recording of him saying it. Are you serious? Stop acting like we're dumb, stupid customers. You know, Campbell's is treating us just like as the government does us. Like they think we're dumb, they think we're stupid. They don't think we really understand what's going on. But we do understand what's going on. You're the stupid one for thinking that we're stupid, for not knowing what's going on. And it just makes me more madder. Campbell's, come on, man. Well, if the comments were in fact made, they were in fact made, Campbell, you stupid idiot. Gosh, it makes me mad. It really does. All right, but whatever. Let's hear the rest of their statement.
They do not reflect our values and the culture of our company.
They do not reflect our values or the culture of our company. Now, I will say this. I'll say this. Like maybe everyone in the Campbell's company don't think their customers are poor people, right? But other than that, it does reflect the culture of your company. You're printing 3D meat. I don't even know what that means fully because I didn't even know it was possible to print 3D meat. I had no idea that was even possible. So it kind of makes me wonder about all the other foods that we eat. Is any meat real? Is it all 3D printed? I don't know, but yeah, Campbell, you're in a lot of hurt right here. And let's finish out this rest of this, and it does kind of reflect the culture of the company as far as how you guys make your food. That is the culture of your company right there. So yeah, let's finish this out here.
Going on to say, the comments heard on the recording about our food are not only inaccurate, they are patently absurd.
Yeah, okay, Campbell. Okay. So you're telling me the executive of your company does not know how the food is officially made? Again, they're just trying to play us dumb. The comments heard on the recording about our food are not only inaccurate, they are partially absurd. The comments heard on the recording about our food are not only inaccurate. So you're telling me that's not how you make your food? You're telling me the executive of your company does not know how your food is made? The executive of your company don't know how your food is made? Are you serious? Campbell's, come on. This is when, you know, they're trying to do control damage, right? They're trying to control whoa. That's not how our food's made. Campbell, come here, let me tell you something. Campbell, come here. It's exactly how your food is made. Stop freaking lying. Okay? Stop with all the lies. That is how your food is made. Stop playing dumb. Stop playing your customers for dumb. And come out and just say the truth. The truth is better than you keep on lying about the subject. Okay? This makes me mad, really, it does. But let's just finish out here.
Nothing melts away the cold.
Now, I'll say this commercial right here, I absolutely like this commercial when I first saw it as a kid. This commercial is nostalgic, but it makes you feel warm. It was probably their best commercial. But now, unfortunately, you know, have to put this commercial on the back burner. It's no longer nostalgic. It's no longer heartwarming because that kid is eating 3D printed meat. And I've ate 3D printed meat, unfortunately, whenever I was sick. So, yuck. You know, that's disgusting.
Delicious hot bowl.
But I did like this commercial as a kid, you know. It's still a nostalgic commercial, I'll say that.
Campbell soup.
Campbell saying, the chicken meat used in our soups comes from long-trusted, USDA-approved U.S. suppliers and meets our high-quality standards.
Yeah, and that's another thing, too. The FDA approving this. Do they know? I mean, I would imagine that the FDA knows, right? That it's 3D printed meat. Or maybe they don't know. I don't know. But maybe that part of the statement is true. Like, hey, our meat is approved. Okay, well, if it's approved by the USDA, then they must also know that it's 3D printed, right? Or maybe they don't know. I'm not sure about that one, but either way, yuck. Okay, how can the USDA approve? Maybe they don't realize it's 3D printed chicken, but I mean, yeah, obviously it is approved, right? Because they still can sell it, but do they actually know that their meat is 3D printed? Because surely the government is not gonna let its citizens eat 3D printed meat, right? Surely the government cares about us. As I'm being sarcastic, because we all know the government does not care about us. So maybe they're like, yeah, we knew it was 3D printed, but we don't give a, you know, we don't buy this stuff anyway. Let's keep on.
And the company noting Bally worked in IT and had nothing to do with food production.
Okay. Yeah, he's the executive. You don't think he has anything to do? Anything whatsoever. If he's an executive, then what the heck is he being an executive of? Exactly. Sales? You could say, oh yeah, he's an executive of sales. Okay, but you don't think the executive of your company knows how the food is made. Make that make sense, Batman. You don't think the executive of McDonald's know how his food is made? You don't think the executive of Subway knows how his food is made? You don't think the executive of any restaurant in the world knows how their food are made? Cut me a break, Campbell's. Cut me a break. Again, this just shows that Campbell's thinks their customers are dumb. Or the R word. They really do believe that. They think if you're a customer, you're dumb. There's no way in heck that the executive don't know how the food is made of the company that he's working for. He is the executive. Are you serious, Campbell? Trying to do damage control? Get out of here. Shut the front door. Get out of here, Campbell's. No. Nobody's buying this BS from your statements, okay? Nobody is buying it. Okay? This is ridiculous. Utter ridiculous. He has nothing to do with the food production. He's your executive. Of course, he has everything to do with your food production. Are you serious? Freaking dumb, and I'm just getting more mad as I'm learning more about this. Honestly, Campbell's thinks you're stupid, but listen. Okay, Campbell's, you're the dumb one for trying to sweep this under the rug. The truth has came out. What's that saying? Oh yeah, the truth shall set you free. So just come out and say, yes, our meat is 3D printed. Just say it, Campbell's. Just say it. What's the rest of this here?
Bally is on leave, pending a company investigation. In the meantime,
And they put him on leave too because he let out their secret.
Attorney General in Florida, a state that bans lab-grown meat, says his office is now investigating Campbell's products.
Well, good. At least somebody's taking the initiative to investigate their product.
We reached out to Martin Bally, but did not hear back. Campbell says
Of course not. Campbell says, what does Campbell say now?
has not been able to verify the recording.
Has not been able. Okay, so that's the end of that, right? Campbell's have not been able to. They don't. It's okay. So first, they say, oh, well, we're not even sure if the comments made are actually the comments made. And now they're saying, well, we can't verify that. It's our executive. Listen, come on. They're running around the bush here. Everybody knows that they are full of you-know-what, okay? Campbell's even know that they're full of it. They think their customers are stupid. They think their customers are dumb. But no, really, Campbell's, the cat's out of the bag now. Everybody knows. Well, people are starting to figure out that, the word is starting to spread that your meat is 3D printed. It 100% is, and I will never, ever buy any more of your products. You can go and take all your products and kick them down the road. As far as I'm concerned, I'm getting rid of every single Campbell clip. See, I have some right here, and I was gonna eat some too. I ate some of this. I ate some of this. But do you guys think I'm gonna eat some now? Do you guys really think I'm? No, I'm throwing this stuff out. You can say goodbye. I will never in my entire life buy another can of chicken noodle soup, and I will never in my life eat another can of chicken noodle soup. Now that if you're watching this video, if you know that their products, it's 3D printed meat, if you still decide to buy it, that's on you. You can risk it, but I'm not risking it at all. I'm done with chicken noodle soup. I will never ever eat another can of this stuff in my entire life. I am done with you, Campbell's. I will never buy any more of your products. So you can say goodbye to my money, okay? And hopefully, you know, other people follow suit and never buy any more of your products ever, ever, ever again, because I don't want people getting sick. But Campbell's don't care if you get sick. They just want your money. Pretty much obvious from here. But here, let me open this. We're gonna see. I'm opening this up. And that is. Look at that. Look how disgusting that is. Yuck. Trying to pull out one of their 3D printed meat. Absolutely disgusting. Okay, so I got the meat here. We're going to pour this out. We're going to look. Oh, there's the 3D printed meat. Look at that. That looks absolutely disgusting. Here is the meat in question right here, guys. There's the meat in question. This is 3D printed. How they 3D print meat, I do have zero idea, but this is the meat right here. That is 3D printed. Absolutely disgusting. Absolute trash. I wonder if their noodles are also 3D printed. And where do they get this water juice from? Where do they get it from? A toilet? I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me whatsoever if the juice is also from a toilet. Freaking disgusting. Look at this meat. It does taste kind of funny. I'm not even going to lie. Look, that's not real chicken, guys. That's 3D printed meat. Absolutely disgusting. Campbell's, you should be ashamed of yourself serving your customers this type of meat. What the heck? Absolutely garbage. Ooh, it makes me mad. Ooh, look at that. I wonder if these noodles are 3D printed also. I'm not eating this crap anymore. I'm done with Campbell's. I will never ever buy their product again. I'm throwing away all these disgusting cans. Throwing them in the trash. So if you were planning on having Campbell's soup for Thanksgiving dinner, if I were you, I would highly reconsider. I wouldn't even do it. Look at that meat. Look at it. It looks 3D printed. It don't even look like real meat. I mean, just squeezing it. Look, I'm squeezing it right now. Look, that's the result. Yuck. Freaking disgusting. I'm done with Campbell's. I will never again eat that product. I'm done. That's really all I got to say about that, guys. Yeah, I just thought you guys should know. Spread the word. Let your community members know. Let everybody that you know that, hey, don't buy Campbell's anymore because you're eating 3D printed meat. And it's absolutely disgusting. Sorry, Campbell's, but I'm done with you. You will never get a dime of my money ever again. I will never buy your products ever again. And with that, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. And wow, the world that we live in today. Shaking my head. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. I'm getting rid of all these cans right here. I'm not eating this stuff, and I don't think anybody should eat it really with their 3D meat. But that's gonna be the end of the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. I gotta go ahead and throw out all these cans. Never again will I ever eat this product. Never. Any product for that matter, because since their meat is 3D printed, what about their other food? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm done.